Okay, so as y'all can see, excuse me for being in my bonnet this morning, but I know it's been a minute since I've actually visually posted with you guys. But like people say, when you have something on your heart or just a vent, that people say this is the best place to do it, and I believe the same thing. So I'm gonna try not to make this very long, because I know a lot of people like myself have, short attention spans. But for anybody that's maybe going through the same thing, or know someone that's going through the same thing, even yourself, just hopefully this message hits you in a way of strength and endurance and dedication to just keep going. So, the saying when people say that the people that smile the most, the people that have the light, the people that give their light to a lot of individuals and advice and opinions, just people that you could be in a room and people just like gravitate to you. They don't understand that those people also go through things. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, we just weigh it well, because I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I'm an Aries. I don't know if it's upbringing, the way you're raised. I don't know, but I just know that I could be going through something and I'm more worried about others than myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I'm strong enough. I figured out, because I always do. So if you're in a situation where you're by yourself, single mom, single dad, or you're coupled up and you just know that you're like more strong-minded, this is for you guys. So again, going back to the story of when you see something wounded, you want to help it. Whether it's wounded from inner feelings, whether it's wounded from finance, whether it's ruined from just any type of hardship. It's like you're always there to fix it. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes it backfires, because you could come off looking like overprotective. You can come off pushing those people away or that person away, and you can also overexhaust yourself. And like myself, I know I have 3 kids, and if anything, any kid needs their mom and dad to have that energy. They need that strength, and they can't get that if you're overexhausted and you're on the borderline of snap. And it doesn't be anything big half of the time. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't even be from an ill will place in your heart. It's just, you can't understand how you can see things that other people can't see. You know what I mean? Or how you can get through things that nobody know about. You only show them the positive stuff. So they like, oh, she's good, she's okay. But not knowing, like, every trader knows we have losses, right? Some post they lost and some don't. That's freedom of their choice. But when it comes to you asking a trader, do you have losses? We all do. We all do. And that's how we learn. I live my life like trades. So if you're going through life and you're having loss after loss after loss, and you're going through something bad that you think is bad, and the reason I say that, because there's always somebody out there going through worse. They just carry it better. But back to the story, if you're going through something and it's just hitting you in spells like bang, 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 and you're just like, I go to church, or I pray every day, or I don't do anything ill will to anybody. Why does this keep happening to me? Don't question that. And it's okay to cry, because honestly, I cry in the shower. Like I told y'all in a couple videos before, I cry all the time. And I'm the strongest person people would meet. But don't feel like it's the end of the road, or you're just, all I'm saying is just don't give up, because what I've learned is life is like trading. And in order to win, you have to lose. In order to win anything, you have to go through something. In order to learn from anything, in order to build strength in yourself from anything that has damaged you, or anything that you've lost, or a person you lost, or people you lost, you have to go through it in order to get strength. You have to go through things. So that's why I just want people to understand to never give up, because I always look at any loss or anything in my life as he is testing me. He's testing me for strength, because if I can't make it through this time, I'm not gonna be able to make it through something that bigger might come, and bigger things always come. That's life. That's That's the world that we live in. That's the galaxy we live in. That's the environment, the energy in our environment, people that we live in. We're going to get tested, some way, somehow you're going to. And you're going to pass it. You're going to think, okay, I passed that. I'm done, right? Then a couple months later or a year later, you're going to get tested again. You're going to go through that. And personally, me, I go through things by myself. No, I'm not by myself. I have a husband. But I just, again, that goes to when you will put your stuff behind because you love somebody and you don't want to put stress on them because you know yourself how that feels. You know what I'm saying? I go through stuff and I literally pray every morning and I literally go to my drawing board and my notebook and I figure it out on my own. You know what I'm saying? Or I ask my husband for validation. Hey, what you think about this? But I figure it out on my own and I'm only 38 years old. You know what I'm saying? But I've been doing this since I moved to Georgia. I've been doing this for a while. I haven't, what's the word that I can say? It's like, I don't know any of you guys' backgrounds or where you live or your families, but I can speak for a big percentage of us that we don't call our, people for help. And it's not because we know they might not help. It's because we don't want to put a burden on them, even though they'll say it's not a burden. We just never do that. And why y'all think that is? It's not because of you. It's because he's putting it in you to trust him. Because, and not even that, you feel better when you do stuff on your own. You feel better when you come out on top because of something you did on your own and you struggled with. You know what I'm saying? So life is trades. You take L's, but when that win comes, oh my God, it's glorious. And not even just because you won, it's because you feel so much better in strength because you knowing if I go through this again, I know how to get out of it. You see what I'm saying? And I just find a lot of people and myself sometimes where, like I always tell my husband, it's a yin-yang relationship because you balance each other. My weakness is his strength and vice versa. So it's a yin yang effect is what I call it. But at times it's like that person might be the physical and you are the brain, just like the body. The body has a brain, right? That controls your whole physical. And once a person with the brain exits, that leaves the other individual not knowing what to do. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of us, we have to figure out on our own what to do because you don't want to be in that type of feeling. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to feel like it's the end of the world for them when it's, it's really not. It's the beginning of a miracle and it's coming and it's big. However big, I always tell myself, however big the L is, the bigger the win. You know what I'm saying? And like right now, the reason why I'm in my gown and a bonnet, is because I'm about to go out 7 o'clock this morning. And because I thought about some stuff last night and I say, you know what? I'm not going to continue to not be a burden. But when you start saying that, and like I said, it's nothing against anyone, right? Like I said, you could be by yourself or in a relationship. But again, if you have that type of heart where you just keep taking a lot of things off of an individual because you handle stress better than they do. You know what I'm saying? So in your mind, it's like, okay, I can take on all of the utilities, or I could take on this, or I could take this away. Because when they in a certain season that they thought was going to last long, you took it away and it relieved them. It took the weight off of them. But what people don't understand is when you take the weight off of somebody and put it onto yourself, they don't realize, okay, now that person has this weight. But they carry it so well. So they don't ask, they don't assume anything's wrong. They, because again, you're just that type of person or people, person that you send good vibes. You send good messages to your loved one in your family every morning. You send good advice and opinions to your loved ones every morning, but then nobody's ever kind of understanding or questioning because the smile and the good grace of the spirit of the individual that's sitting and pouring, no one ever asks, I know how that weight felt when I carried it. How does it feel for them to carry it? How are they really doing? Or sometimes I'm the type of person, I don't even like asking, because I was raised that, and I don't know about you guys either, you know, but just comment below. I was raised where my mom didn't like for my dad to say, what is it you want? Or what do you need me to do? Because if you're in the same household, you see the same things that she sees. So it's an automatic response. You're supposed to do it. You know what I'm saying? I would see my mom cut grass. I would see my mom cook and clean. Of course, I mean, women are supposed to do that. So she never really got upset about things of that nature. But it was just like I would just see my dad, you know, I guess at that time doing what men are supposed to do, you know, work and pay the bill. My mom would take care of the home, the inside of the home, couple bills, and of course the children, you know. And I don't know, like I said, how y'all feel about it, but I just never been the type to ask anybody for anything unless it's like dying urge, you know what I'm saying? Like dying urge. And it wasn't because of pride, it's not that at all. It's because I just saw her, you know, the strength of women, you know what I'm saying? That, okay, they could have bills and the man would never know. And the man, and this is what's funny, the men, or sorry for the men that's watching, or your woman is sitting here telling you and complaining to you about their world and their life, and the whole time you're smiling and you're giving them grace and giving them good vibes, but in the whole time they're talking about how they're messed up, you're like, if they only knew that I'm messed up too, you know, because that weight that I took off of you, I put it upon myself because I have the strength to endure it and take it. But now I'm here, you know, you hear and you listen to the same person you took the weight off of. You hear them telling you what is negative in their life for that day. So what I say is, you get overexhausted because you absorb so much. You absorb, you know, their daily venting, you know. And again, this is coming from people that we don't vent. We don't let you know what's going on, but we appreciate the blessings. We appreciate if it just hits you upon yourself to not have to ask how much to give somebody, but just be like, you know what, because I know how that weight felt and that person took that weight off of me, and I know that this person is doing X, Y, and Z. Let me just blossom them with whatever I can, whenever I can, without them asking. You know what I'm saying? So I say this to say to anyone or anybody, man, woman, or child, teenager, whoever is watching, whatever you are going through in life, I'm telling you right now, it is temporary. And you are a strong individual, because I know for most individuals that things happen to, it's not the first time. It's not the first time. It's just him testing you and trying to tell you, okay, you're so used to having X, Y, and Z. Now I'm removing X, Y, and Z. So now you have to reprogram yourself without X, Y, and Z. But you can do it. You know what I'm saying? And I just wish a lot of us would, I'm not saying stop crying, because crying is very, very helpful. But what I would say is I would like to see a lot of us to just believe more in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Even at times where you see others that can't take pressure, but you know that you can. But again, if you keep pouring so much into people, you're empty, and emptiness leads to exhaustion. Exhaustion leads to snapping and being someone you're not, or someone that you didn't want to dig back up. You know what I'm saying? Just for one, pray. And I know that people are like, oh my God, but I've been praying and praying and praying, and it's like it's just something after another. Because guess what? Because you're praying for something and he's like, okay, it's coming. You don't have to ask me for it. I just need you to go through this real quick, because when you get that, I know that you'll be able to handle the situation ahead. He sees things, he knows things, and he hears things that we cannot, right? And I'm a firm believer of that. So I believe that when things are happening to us, it's because he already see ahead. He already saw ahead, you know, or he already saw your beginning. with the situation. And he's like, I'm finna get that old you back, but times 10. I'm going to get that better version of you back, times 10. I'm going to get that stronger version of you back, times 10. That's all it means. That's literally all it is. And it hurts at times when you're getting tested. It's draining at times when you're getting tested. It's depressing at times when you're getting tested. But I can guarantee you, by you passing, and I mean staying in it, don't ask for, just when I'm going through something, I ask it from him. I ask it from him. Unless, like I said, if you're in a dying urge, you can ask humane, a human person. But I ask of him. And he always in the end delivers. And it'd be so good because it's like he figured it out and allowed me to figure it out by myself. You know what I'm saying? But just please look at life as, and I only say trades because that's just what I do. So that's the only comparison I can think of. Look at your life as a trade. And any L's that you take, you can have, as y'all see, I can have good win days, and it's all studying and learning, right? From your losses and your wins. So please don't just assume, because people assume a lot, like I said, because we wear a smile well, right? We only show what we want to show in our lives. So people assume, oh my God, this person has X, Y, and Z. Even people you might be with, oh, this person has X, Y, and Z. And, let people think what they want to think, but truthfully, a person has losses. And when you have losses, what happens? You have to be able to regain. But luckily, if you're in a situation where you know how to regain. See, before I go, a lot of people know how to, some people know how to build and some people know how to lay a foundation. And that's the yin yang effect. That's the balance. And some people know, like I said, my dad was better with spending the money and my mom was better with everything else. So you'll have people that know how to spend the money, but they don't know how to triple the money, or they don't know how to regain the money. People know how to go through stress, and some people don't know how to even handle stress. People know how to give out good advice, and some people don't even know what to say. So I say that to say, once again, coming from a person that gets out and really dives in on 2-3 things at one time, because one basket is okay, but if you have things you have to handle, it is not going to always be okay. I don't care how many stuff that you have to pay for things or whatever, you're going to exhaust it. So please don't exhaust yourself. Don't exhaust the funds that you have. Figure out right now, what is it in your heart or something you've been watching that you want to try. Even if you don't succeed at it in the first, second, or third try, don't give up, because if you never gave up and you succeeded, how would you have known you were going to succeed if you gave up? So I say that if you give up on yourself and you give up because of the situation, how are you going to know the future ahead of you and the stronger version of you if you give up right now? So please don't. And I'm about to go ahead and get dressed and do what I need to do myself. But as I just said, everyone, peace, love, and happiness this morning. Peace. Till next time. Hopefully, there is no next time. But if I feel something, I will be there.